Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, alright, welcome back to Indulge with Dimples with another Cook With Me lesson today. So I'm here to let you know, guys, listen up. I got another low carb, keto friendly, vegetarian, maybe vegan, I'm not for sure what vegans can eat or cannot eat, but it don't matter, meal for you today. So what is zucchini? It's a green vegetable that grows from the ground and it looks like a zucchini. It smells like a zucchini. So what could it be? A zucchini. Duh. I'm going to show y'all how to make not zucchini bread, not zucchini chips, but zucchini casserole. It can be a main dish or side, but today I'm gonna make it as a main dish because I'm gonna add some other stuff in there. Depending on what you add and take out and divide and subtract, you can make it a main dish or a side. But I want to let you know this zucchini casserole is for everybody. Say it again with me. The zucchini casserole is for everybody, like the church choir says. Stand up, everybody. I mean, if you're a meat lover, you're a vegetarian, if you are sometime what I'm on a diet hunt somewhat, you're gonna love this zucchini casserole because it's gonna give you flavor, have your taste buds going wow. And guess what? It's only 200 calories, it's 4 net carbs, it's 15 grams of fat. It's doing it all. And I'm gonna pop up all. Oh, I got it right this time. I'm going to pop up all of the nutritional information right here. And then I'm going to show y'all over here what we added in there. And then at the end of this video, you're going to see a nice little picture of the whole kit and caboodle. So, follow me in the kitchen. Thank you for coming back and Indulge with Dimples. We are going to be making zucchini casserole. FYI. Alright guys, welcome back and follow me into the kitchen. Today we're going to be making something with zucchini. We're going to make a zucchini casserole. So I know y'all like, what is zucchini? Zucchini is a nice healthy green vegetable. It's grown from the ground up and it has a lot of benefits and is keto friendly and low carb friendly, vegetarian friendly, and I believe vegan friendly. So this meal is in 4 of them categories. If you are following any type of that nutritionist diet that you're on, this meal will work for you. So it's only 4 net carbs for the low carb people / keto people. I'm low carb, so I'm like, why not show y'all a casserole that I like to eat? I switch it up. I make it for serving of 4, so it's 200 calories, it's 4 net carbs. I will have everything listed at the bottom of the description and on the side if you want to follow along. So now let's do the rundown of what we need. Anything that I am showing you today, you can always substitute it out for other things that you use in your kitchen. So do not think what I'm showing you have to follow directly, but you can tweak it, twerk it, do whatever you need to make it your best meal. Alright, so you need zucchini. These are pretty good sized zucchinis that I found at the store. Make sure they don't have no bruises, bumps, dents, discolorations, and they're very nice size. So I used 2 zucchinis in this recipe, and yes, we are not making zucchini bread, we're making a zucchini casserole. Cheesy. I use mozzarella cheese. I use a cup of this. You can use whatever white cheese that you want, but I use mozzarella cheese, and I use a ½ a cup of heavy whipping cream, and I use a tablespoon of butter. Alright, so these are the main ingredients that you're going to need to make a simple zucchini casserole. If you want to add meat to it, mushrooms, and do all the extra stuff, you are more than welcome to throw your flair in on this. Now I use the 8x8 pan because I'm making it for 4. So this is going to last me for 4 days, 4 meals. I know what it is. It's already dished out. But if you're going to go bigger scale, go bigger. You just have to double the quantity, or you can use a 9x1/4. This is a round pan. I'm not going to use this today because it's kind of hard for me to measure it out and pull it out more. I'm more visual, so I'm going to use this, an 8x8x2, and then I'm going to give me some aluminum foil. You're just going to need that to cover it up so it can boil, and then we're going to broil it to make sure it's brown. So now I have 2 zucchinis that I already cut up in this. And I cut them up pretty well. You can use a mandarin. A mandarin will make them more evenly cut if you cannot cut very well. So you see that? Very good. Not too thin, not too thick. So I'm going to actually go ahead and layer my pan. Now I have a non-stick pan, but you can also spray it, or you can just line it, or you can put a little bit of butter. So what I'm actually going to do is just go ahead and spray it so that I can make sure that my milk and my cheese is not going to get stuck at the bottom. This is a light coat. Then I'm going to go ahead and line my pan up. You can line it up however you want to. I'm going to overlap it so that I can get the layers in here as I want to. So go ahead and do what you need to do to make your casserole later. Now I'm going to go ahead and say that you can also use meat. I've seen recipes people use chicken or turkey, but I feel like if you make a main dish, you might add meat to it. But this one is I'll keep it simple and easy. I wouldn't do too much because you start doing a lot of extra stuff that's going to work for you. So you see how I overlap the layer, I'm going to come back opposite direction and I'll overlap the layer again. So let's come back and I'm going to fill the gas myself. But today I'm going to actually be using I'm going to use white button mushrooms and I'm going to use 2 ounces of that. And then I use 15 ounces of zucchini, which is 2 zucchini, so I add them up. So I'm going to do my first layer like so. And when I do my first layer, overlap it, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of my cheese. Now I said I used a full cup of cheese. I'm only going to use half of it in my casserole, and then the other half we're going to actually cook. Alright, so sprinkle a little bit on there. Alright. Now the seasonings that I'm going to actually use when we get to cooking everything are going to be onion powder, or you can use regular onions if you have them. I'm going to use black pepper. I'm going to use garlic powder. You can use fresh garlic if you have it. And if you didn't or weren't able to see that, just this garlic powder, it's the same in here. And you can also use some extra seasoning. This has roasted garlic herbs, and I like this. So this is Webster, and I'm going to actually go ahead and use that as well. Oops. So once you do your first layer, just sprinkle a little cheese on there, set it aside. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take my pan that I have right here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and throw my mushrooms in the pan. And I'm going to go and throw a tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to saute these down, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add my cheese and my heavy whipping cream and my seasonings. So stay tuned and I'll be right back with this. Alright guys, I wanted to bring you over to show you how we're going to make the second part to our zucchini casserole. So remember I told you I used 2 ounces of mushrooms, just white mushrooms. Again, you can use meat or whatever you want. I put a tablespoon of butter in here, and I just roughly chopped these mushrooms. Nothing spectacular, didn't take my finesse time on them. So I'm going to let them saute down. As they are sauteing down, I'm going to go ahead and add my Webster roasted garlic and herb seasoning, just a sprinkle or two. Not too much, you don't want to get crazy. And then I'm going to stir this up and let this get to a point where the mushrooms are translucent and you start smelling the seasonings in there. Now as that's going on, I'm going to also go ahead and add my ½ a cup of heavy whipping cream. You're going to add that to your mushrooms because you're going to make like a sauce for your casserole. So go ahead and scrape all of the heavy whipping cream out. If you're going to make this for a family or more than 4 people, or you're going to eat this more than 4 days, you want to double the recipe. And I'm going to have everything down in the description box. So I have this on a medium high. I'm going to let this cook. I'm going to go ahead and add some more of my seasonings to it. Only thing that I used up here that had salt was the Webster roasted herb and garlic. Everything else is powder form, so it doesn't have any salt if you are watching your salt intake. So I'm going to go ahead and add onion powder. Just a few sprinkles. Because remind you, our zucchini, we did not cook it ahead of time because you do not need to, and it doesn't have any seasoning on there. And then we're going to add some garlic powder. And I love garlic, so I was a little heavy-handed on pouring that. And I'm going to add just a sprinkle of black pepper. Now, if I was the only person eating this, I will spice it up, which you are more than welcome to do. But I'm not the only person eating this, so I'm not going to spice it up too much. I'm going to let this come to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to cut it down, and then I'm going to add the cheese in here. So this doesn't take nothing about a good 5 minutes to get to boiling. Make sure you have a pot with a lid on it. and let it cook. And then we'll be back to assemble the whole zucchini casserole. Alright, so we're back. The heavy whipping cream and mushroom seasoning sauce has came to a boil. So what we're going to do is just cut it down to low because I don't want my cheese to scorch. We're going to add the remaining of that full cup of cheese we was using earlier into the mixture, and I'm just going to mix it up. Now the sauce is not going to be thick because it's supposed to be a little bit not runny, but not too thick because we're going to pour it over our zucchini. So you just want to cut it down to low or practically cut it off, to be honest. And you're just going to stir in the cheese and you're going to smell all the goodness, and it should be like this consistency. So let me show you up close. Yeah. Like a mac and cheese sauce. That's what we're looking for. Now you want to taste it and make sure you got all the flavors that you need. Good, because once you add this to your zucchini casserole, you can't tweak the flavors, but you can, but you can't. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt because I didn't add a lot of that Western seasoning, so it didn't really have like a overpowering salt flavor. So now we're going to go ahead and finish up doing our casserole. Oops, so work with me, work with me. There. So this is the casserole. We had already layered the first layer and we sprinkled some cheese on there. So now what I'm going to do is just add some of the sauce to the first layer. Not a lot, just enough that it's going to be all over. Okay? Alright. You want to reserve half of it for the top. So now we're going to go in and we're going to finish layering the rest of the zucchini with the zucchinis, pretty much. Go ahead and layer how you start out layering zucchini. And in the middle of the process of cooking, you want to go ahead and sprinkle. I know a lot of cheese sprinkle. Add that on your casserole. So for this meal, once again, it's 24 net carbs. It's 200 calories. It's 1 200 calories. And it only takes 20 minutes for prep time. And it only takes 4 times to cook. So go ahead and just add the rest of this sauce on top. Evenly distribute it out on the top of your casserole. You're going to add your aluminum foil on top of your pan because you want it to boil and get the zucchini soft and tender. And then halfway through, you're going to take it off and you're just going to let it cook for the remaining. And then the last 5 to 3 minutes, you're going to switch it over from bake to broil. And that is going to actually get it brown. And that's when you're going to actually go ahead and add the sprinkle of cheese on top. Alright. So this is how the casserole looks when you get done assembling it. Put your oven on 375 preheated for 5 to 10 minutes. Put the aluminum foil on top of this. Put it in there for the first 30 minutes. Leave the aluminum foil on. Let it cook, bubble. Then when it gets down to the last 10 minutes, you want to take it off. When it gets down to the last 2 to 3 minutes, put it on broil. Sprinkle the cheese on there, and it's going to be good to go. When we come back, I'm going to show you the final result of the zucchini casserole. Hey guys, welcome back to the end result of our zucchini casserole. I want to show y'all something, but before I show you, I wish we had smelled TV. So I want you to close your eyes and picture what I'm about to describe to you. It's hot, it's gooey, it's cheesy, it's healthy, but it's delicious. It smells awesome. It smells like crispy cheese with a flare of Mexican seasoning. It is delicious. Now open your eyes. Because guess what? You just finished making with me. Zucchini casserole. Look at that. Look at it. It got the good browning on top. So it's a little crispy. It's gooey and cheesy in the middle. And it's completely done and healthy. Look at this, guys. Look. OMG. Capital letter bold. Okay, so like I told you before, this is 4 net carbs, 15 grams of fat. It is 200 calories. This is actually a main dish for me, but for you or your family, it can be a side. If you even make this bigger, you can double the ingredients. This is a serving for 4 because I did about an 8 by 8 by 1 inch pan. I didn't fill it all the way to the top but I did like medium. Well, medium. I did halfway, so I didn't want the casserole too thick. I mean, all the ingredients that I show you, if you on keto or low carb, you have majority of these ingredients in your house. If you don't, you can go to the store. You might spend about $6, period. Point blank, period. Only thing that's going to be high for you is going to be the heavy whipping cream. But besides that, you're going to spend $6, period. Look at this. Now, I told you at the end to sprinkle a little cheese on there, broil it for like 2 minutes, and guess what? Guess what you have? You have this delicious, ooey gooey, smelling like mama's kitchen, grandmama casserole. It didn't take long to cook. It took 20 minutes to prep everything, and then I put it in the oven for 375, and it only took 45 minutes all together with the cooking time, the prep, cooking time, and the cool down time. I mean, guys, this is delicious. I don't even want to dig into this, but I want you to see what we have created. So I'm going to just hit this corner right here because that's what I'm going to eat later on. And I just want you to see what I am seeing. Look at that. Look at them layers. Look at the deliciousness. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Look. It's done. It's creamy. It's delicious. Not overdone. Like, it's not to the point it's like zucchini chips. It's not to the point like it's still raw zucchini. This is going to be the bomb. Let's taste it. This is delicious. Alright, until next time, join, like, subscribe. If you... this is the bomb. Till next time, join, like, subscribe. If you made this recipe or if you twerked it, tweaked it, however you want to say it, tell me in the bottom in the comment description box. Tell me what you changed from the description box in your comment section. Tell me if you like it. If you can, throw a picture up there. I would love to see a picture. If you can do that or not, I'm not for sure. I don't know what YouTube be letting people do nowadays. But anyway, until next time, you can always learn something semi-homemade, semi-store-bought with your girl Indulge with Dimples. Peace.